The new Instagram changes suck. Today we're going to talk about why they suck. In case you're wondering why my eyes are red and why I have these wrinkles, I haven't smoked anything and I'm not that old. It's just allergies. And the fact that I'm crying my fucking eyes out because of these stupid Instagram changes. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about the first change. They are changing the aspect ratios of every single post to 9:16, which is okay. I get that vertical content is here and is here to stay because we're watching content on our phones and they are 9:16 of an aspect ratio, so it's totally fine that you can't only upload square photos. And besides the fact that I've been editing all of my photos for the last couple of years in 4:5, which was the biggest vertical aspect ratio for Instagram until now, totally fine. But do we have to change it like this? I mean, what is this? Look at this. My latest post, our trip to Cologne, edited the photo in a 4:5 aspect ratio, but we have a 16:9 aspect ratio, which is fine, but we have this blurred, bigger, I don't know, mess behind it. Like if we take a look at my YannickFilms Instagram account, follow me by the way, we can see it's still the old stuff, like not the new changes. We have a 4:5 image and it fits perfectly fine. We have white above, we have white below. You can read the caption, you can see the image, you can zoom in. Totally fine, not messy, it's clean, you can find the picture, you can see it right there. But if we change back to my personal account where I already have these changes and we look at the photo, it's totally messy and you can't really make out anything. It's not clean at all. Like every logo is getting simpler and simpler over the years, but this is just making a mess. Why can't we just upload 9:16 images which fill the whole screen? But if we still upload 4:5 images, which is possible, and square images, why can't it just also fill the entire, not screen, but the entire, I don't know, image space, and we have white above and below? That would be so, I mean, it was great. Now it's just fucked up. And besides this stupid change to change a 4:5 image to a 16:9 and fill the rest of the image with blurriness, like in my old tutorial back from 2016 when we didn't even have 4:5 aspect ratios, and if you wanted to upload a vertical or horizontal picture, you had to fit it in a square image, and then we had this blurriness above and below, which was fine. But now having it in a 4:5 aspect ratio to fit it into a 9:16 area and have blurriness around it, which just makes the whole image busy and not really focused on the picture, it's just, I don't get it. I really don't get it. And that was not all. You now have the caption above the image, so you can't really make out the entire image. If you're a photographer who took a really stunning image, you made it 9:16, and now you have a caption above your picture. Like, okay. And Instagram doesn't stop here. No, where you have the caption, the whole image is darkened. You can see if I zoom in, the image gets way brighter. But if I now let it go, you can see it's way darker where the caption is above the image. And not just for down below where the caption is, like it's really until the middle of the picture, like until here. All of this is dark. Why? Also, you can't really find when an image was uploaded anymore. Maybe that's just me being dumb and not able to find it. But even if so, you made the user experience worse because I can't find it. All in all, talking about the first change, a 9:16 aspect ratio isn't a bad thing. It's not bad to include this, but why can't we just adjust the aspect ratio for every individual picture or reel or video? I mean, I'm not complaining about the fact that Instagram isn't a photo sharing app anymore because we're way past that, and I'm actually mainly a videographer. I mean, I started out with photography, but now I would consider myself mainly a videographer. So the fact that videos and mainly reels are now ranked higher than photos by Instagram is not necessarily a bad thing for me, the way they're approaching it. I mean, aspect ratios. Next change, the saving function, adding things to a collection, which is a neat feature. And I think Instagram was even promoting pictures that were saved a lot, because lately people would be obsessed about other people saving their posts, like especially for Insta posts. They would always say, save this post to look back on it in the future, I don't know, because this information was very useful. So the saving function was a very prominent feature. And again, I'm not complaining about the fact that they made this change on how to save things, just on the extra steps they added. A lot of people made their posts for Instagram and Instagram changes, so the images they created with the small arrow pointing down below on the save button are now obsolete, which isn't a bad thing. Social media platforms changed, YouTube changed. You don't have if you were on YouTube a couple of years ago, you had these boxes that you could do around a video and people would edit in the next video on the end card, like in the editing, and you had this box that you could add around the video in your video to link to a new video. I don't know how to explain it. I think you had to be around for this. And nowadays you can just add in the video and it shows the thumbnail of the next video, and you don't have to add an end card with the right video in. You can just do that in the YouTube app. But platforms change, and it's not a bad thing that the arrow people put on their posts are now obsolete, but how you have to save images now. which is a total pain in the ass. Again, here's an example on my YannickFilms account where I still have the old version. You just look down on the right side below the post, click on this thing and add it to a collection. And if you hold it, you can add it to a collection that you created, like for example, architecture inspiration, cooking stuff, filmmaking tips, whatever. But now if I click on a post on the new version, as you can see, there is no saving button down below. You have to click on the 3 arrows on the top right side, then click on save. It's in German for me, so speichern down below. You click on it, you'd now have to click on save in collection, and only then you could select the collection you wanted to save it in. So why not add a few extra steps to a simple function that was perfect from the start? A new feature I actually like, not necessarily in the 9:16 aspect ratio, but that's a good feature in my opinion, is that you now see when you have uploaded more pictures, how many pictures there are. Like if you now scroll, you can see there are this many images. Like if you did that before, you didn't know how many there would come because it wouldn't show all of the dots for all of the images. But now you know from the beginning how much images there are to look at. So this is a good feature in my opinion, but not on this 9:16 image. It should be like before, below the image, so that it doesn't cover anything of the thing you're trying to look at. One more change I heard about that is not changed for me yet, but I heard about it. They are talking about changing the stories so that you only have 3 stories when you click on it. And if you want to watch all of the stories, you have to click on watch more. Like you can't watch the entirety of the stories anymore, just the first 3, which would restrict creators into vlogging their whole day. Like I'm not doing that, but I follow people that I want to watch every story from. And if I can just watch 3 of their stories and then have to click on watch more stories, I mean, for sure, why not add even more steps to the process? Make it more complicated. I like Instagram for being Instagram. I'm not against innovation. I'm not a boomer, no front, but I don't really like TikTok. I know I should use it. Everyone should use it who wants to be successful on the internet, I guess, because it gives you so much opportunities. But it's just not really my platform. But now Instagram is becoming TikTok. So I don't like any platform besides YouTube. I hope YouTube is not getting 9:16, please. I mean, we have shorts, which is fine. Keep shorts, but don't change the existing videos to a 9:16 aspect ratio. Imagine you would watch this video in a 9:16 aspect ratio on YouTube. I would be out at this point. I would just quit the video career. I wonder if sometime in the future, the cinema will become 9:16. This is a cruel world we're living in. So yeah, that's it. That's my rant about the new Instagram changes and updates. Let me know what you think about them down below in the comments. If there is a petition to change it, this will be linked down below in the description. I don't know. Maybe there is. We should stop this. We should really stop this. You can watch more videos right here and right here. If your Instagram account was hacked, you can watch how to get it back. I did a tutorial on that in January because my Instagram account was hacked. And down here, you can watch an old one for some nostalgia where I'll show you how to put a vertical picture into a square format, because Instagram was like that back in the day, like before Second World War or something like that. Also, here's that video in German. That was the original one I did back in 2016. It has like almost 50,000 views. And here's one I did in English, which is not that famous because nowadays you don't need that effect because we can just upload in 9:16. That's it. I'm out. Goodbye. Hopefully see you in the next one. Goodbye now.